ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you
And now, WWE Network presents Crown Jewel Kickoff.
And the countdown is officially on. Hello and welcome to the WWE Crown Jewel Kickoff Show in less than 60 minutes. Right here on the WWE Network, a very special start time, 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific, a stacked card, top to bottom, 2 world title matches, the return of the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and 8 of the top superstars in the world will compete to be crowned the best in the world by the end of the show. Let's welcome in the 2 men that will get us ready over the course of the next hour. To my left, Mr. David Otunga. David, what are you most looking forward to at Crown Jewel later today?
I mean, this is a big day. I mean, there's a lot of big matches, but I'm going to say the World Cup tournament itself. I mean, we have 4 superstars from Raw, 4 from SmackDown. We're going to find out who is the best in the world. There can only be one.
I'm your host, the coach, and I am humbled to introduce our next man all the way at the end, a WWE Hall of Famer, a 5-time,
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Booker T.
Thank you. Thank you all.
You know, we're actually inside. There's no fans in here.
I'm kind of hating my intro wasn't like that.
It's okay. He demands a lot of stuff. Booker, what are you looking forward to today?
Man, I have to agree. I have to agree with David. I mean, to become the best in the world, to have that moniker, to have that title right there is something that we all, as performers, as professionals, go out there and strive for on a daily basis. So whoever comes out on top, man, they have made history on this day. It's going to be good.
All right. And a quick reminder, all of you in the WWE universe, that if you haven't subscribed yet, simply go to WWENetwork.com and subscribe right now. You will get WWE Crown Jewel for free. And coming up in a couple of minutes,
Wait,
I'll tell you.
Wait a minute. How much was that?
For free.
Oh, okay, I'll just make sure
it's
you
a
got
4-letter
that right.
word that we like.
Oh.
But let's jump right in and see what's going to go down in less than 60 minutes right here on the WWE Network. We mentioned it, the World Cup Tournament. Who will be crowned the best in the world? 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown, 8 of the biggest names in the world. And to win this tournament, you have to win 3 times. Booker, let's start with the first matchup.
Hey, you know, one of the guys I already think is one of the best in the world. That is Seth Rollins, but he's going to be taking on Bobby Lashley, a guy right now who's hungry, who's back to dominate. That one's going to be good.
And this next one, I mean, you could easily make the claim that either one of these guys is the best in the world. You have the ultimate underdog, Rey Mysterio, returning, and he's going up against the Apex Predator, Randy Orton.
Let me tell you, Jeff Hardy, the enigma, he's looking for that one step on his career. This could be it, but he's taking on The Miz, the guy who will just not go away.
And then we have Dolph Ziggler, the show-off, who already thinks he's the best in the world at, well, pretty much everything. But we're going to see how good he is when he tests himself against Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist.
Shawn Michaels, he said, I'm back, I'm out of retirement, I'm tagging with my old buddy. DX is back, taking on the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker.
And a personal rivalry that's been reignited, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, will go one-on-one with Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship.
SmackDown Tag Team Championship on the line. Cesaro and Sheamus, the boy, takes on the New Day.
And guys, tonight, we will have a new Universal Champion as Braun Strowman steps in the ring with the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
And we'll get to that in just a second, but an added bonus for you, if you go to WWENetwork.com right now and get Crown Jewel, you also get Survivor Series in 3 weeks for free as well. And a lot of
how much was that?
for free.
Oh,
for
okay.
free.
I just
a lot of these storylines certainly will impact what happens at Survivor Series. But David just talked about, originally the Universal Championship match was supposed to be a triple threat match. Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns, the champion. That wasn't until 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, when Roman Reigns came out and he shocked the entire world when he said he had to give up his title because he had a much, much bigger battle in front of him now.
For months, maybe even a full year, I've come out here and spoke as Roman Reigns, and I said a lot of things. You know, I said that I'd be here every single week, I said I'd be a fighting champion. I said I was going to be consistent, and I said I was going to be a workhorse, but that's all lies. It's a lie because the reality is my real name is Joe, and I've been living with leukemia for 11 years. And unfortunately, it's back. And because the leukemia is back, I cannot fulfill my role. I can't be that fighting champion. And I'm gonna have to relinquish the Universal Championship. When I was 22 years old, I was diagnosed with this. And very quickly, I was able to put it in remission. But I'm not gonna lie, that was the hardest time of my life. I didn't have a job, but the team that gave me a chance was the WWE. They put me in front of all of you, the WWE Universe, and to be honest, y'all have made my dreams come true. And for that, I have to say thank you so much. Y'all know how life is. Life is not fair. But I want to make one thing clear. By no means is this a retirement speech. Because I have faith. Because after I'm done whooping leukemia's ass once again, I'm coming back home. I am coming back because I want to show all of you, the whole world, I want to show my family, my friends, my children, and my wife that when life throws a curveball at me, I am the type of man that will stand in that batter's box. I will crowd the plate, I will choke up, and I will swing for the fences every single time. Because I will beat this, and I will be back, so you will see me very, very soon. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I love you. Believe that.
I think you saw the reaction from not just the fans that were in attendance that night, but management, the other superstars that embraced Roman Reigns, the reaction from a very real life battle now he's facing again after 11 years of being in remission. Booker T, what was your initial reaction when you saw that on Raw?
Actually, I just got to my office, and one of my students had showed it to me, and you know, but Roman, man, you know, stand-up dude. You know what I mean? He's a true champion. He's a fighter. You know, I draw strength from Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? We think about our mortality every day. I know I do. I got two little ones at home, and I just hope and pray that I'm as strong as Roman Reigns one day. You know, whatever comes my way, I hope I'm as strong as Roman Reigns.
David?
Yeah, you know, when I heard about it, my heart sank. I had known that he had battled it in the past and overcome it, and you know, I had to sit and just think about the timing of it all. You know, he's been pursuing the Universal Championship for so long. He finally achieves it. He has it. He's looking forward to defend it honorably. And then he's confronted with this other battle from the past, and he has to now step away to fight that. But I mean, it puts things into perspective. It shows you who the real man is. Mm-hmm. You know, the husband, the father, the man. And, you know, for everybody, whether you boo him or cheer him, you all respect him, and the other thing is we all love him.
That's right. And quickly, Roman Reigns would even agree with this. The show must go on, and it will today when Brock and Braun go one-on-one for that now vacant Universal Championship. Booker, quickly, your thoughts now as we turn our attention to this one-on-one battle of absolute monsters.
I mean, Brock Lesnar, I mean, you got to look at this guy. I mean, he's a beast. I mean, he's a student of the game. He's a pure wrestler, but he's dealing with a guy like Braun Strowman, a very, very intelligent big man, a guy who's a thinking man's giant is what I call Braun Strowman. So this matchup right here is a pick 'em. It's a toss-up. Who wants it more? That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah,
15 seconds.
Oh, man. I think what's interesting is this is the first time for Brock Lesnar that his size is kind of negated. Because, you know, Braun is just as big. And I'm going to say this. I saw the two of them meet before, and Braun manhandled Brock, even though he didn't win. I'm going to go Braun Strowman tonight.
What have you done for me lately?
That's right. Thank you guys very much. Also, one of the big attractions is the World Cup tournament. 8 guys, 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown. Let's look at the first 2. What a matchup. Rey Mysterio going one-on-one against a man that's been around for a while, still doing it big. It's Randy Orton.
Every story has a beginning.
Big things in the future from that youngster.
Every superstar has an evolution.
The business is in his blood.
And every champion,
The man of destiny.
never settles.
The WWE's Apex Predator is on the hunt. I am just plain better.
Randy Orton has just won the Intercontinental title.
Orton is United States champion.
The winner of the Royal Rumble.
Randy Orton is Mr. Money in the Bank.
The youngest world champion in history.
The 13-time WWE champion. The first ever WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
My name is Randy Orton, the greatest star in the WWE ever!
One of the WWE's all-time greats.
I don't know if there's any superstar that is more exciting than Rey Mysterio.
Has Mysterio ever stepped foot in the ring and not blown somebody's mind?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Mysterio! He did it!
No
he
way!
did it! Rey Mysterio did it! Rey Mysterio is the World Heavyweight Champion!
Biggest little man in the history of the WWE. Rey Mysterio has done it! We have a new WWE champion! There is no quit in Rey Mysterio!
Mysterio is simply amazing! I represent the 619!
There is no doubt that Rey Mysterio would be a very popular GOAT, if it were. He sent out a tweet right here, Booker, and says, I've been so blessed and fortunate to travel the world, meet fans, win championships. Tonight isn't about being the GOAT. It's about being the best in the world.
Trying to redeem himself, you know what I mean? I understand.
All right, still to come live right here on the Crown Jewel Kickoff Show. The United States Championship will be on the line when Shinsuke Nakamura takes on Rusev Day. It's going to be live. It's going to be right here on the show a little bit later. We're back.
I am here in this ring.
To give you some words of wisdom.
I have a microphone so I can be louder than all of you.
Just let that sink in for a minute.
If you want something bad enough, you'll find a way.
Size isn't nearly as important as heart.
And it is because of one universal truth, and that is that WWE stands for.
This is our war cry, rise up.
The second longest running event in WWE Survivor Series.
Our time to rise up.
Table
one seems to top the last.
The Royal Rumble is a night to witness history, where opportunity is everything. We begin the road to WrestleMania.
What did we all just witness?
There's no better place than here.
Together, we are unstoppable.
Because this is it.
I told you so.
The WWE Crown Jewel Kickoff Show continues here on the WWE Network. Also part of the show, a big part of the show, AJ Styles will defend his WWE Championship against Samoa Joe, who's become his arch nemesis the last 4 to 5 months throughout the summer, now into the fall. David, let's start with you. These two one-on-one again tonight, and you know it's going to be physical and tough.
I know it is. I mean, they have such a deeply personal rivalry, and I mean, it's because Joe involved his family. I mean, you come for a man's kids, his wife, you're going to get it.
I can just tell you this, man. This thing is deeper than either one of us can ever imagine.
That's right.
Trust me.
And originally at Crown Jewel, it was supposed to be about AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Well, it became about all three on SmackDown Live.
It is all about the WWE Championship. It is one thing to play mind games with your opponent to gain a psychological advantage.
Oh, Wendy!
It is another to terrorize another man's family.
I made you a promise. Daddy was coming home. It looks like he's not. At Crown Jewel, it will be AJ Styles defending the WWE title against Daniel Bryan. Here comes the commissioner of SmackDown Live. We're gonna have AJ Styles taking on Daniel Bryan in the Crown Jewel WWE Championship match right now. The WWE Championship match from Crown Jewel has come early. Could this put away Daniel Bryan?
What an extraordinary matchup between two incredible athletes.
Oh my God!
Where'd Samoa Joe come from?
I think we're done. We're never done.
Samoa Joe has made no secret. He desires to be WWE Champion.
AJ, shouldn't you be in the trainers?
I want Samoa Joe. I filled my obligation, defending my WWE Championship against Daniel Bryan. Now give me Samoa Joe at Crown Jewel.
Consider it done.
Thank you. You won't regret it. Samoa Joe will.
Oh, AJ. Did you actually think we were done?
There's no shortage of history between Joe and Styles.
I knew I had to pick up my pen, and I had to write our final chapter.
This needs to end.
An uncontrollable and personal rivalry.
And in our final chapter, you are left gasping on the ground, clutched out.
This will be a war. A rivalry set to be renewed. Samoa Joe and Styles.
Will this be the end of AJ Styles' reign, or will it be the final chapter in this rivalry?
And I am finally raising the WWE Championship above my head. The end.
It is obvious that Samoa Joe will not stop until he's the WWE Champion. In 5 days, guys, AJ Styles will have gone an entire year as a WWE Champion. Booker T, do you think he will get to that year time? He would have to win today.
You know, can he? Oh, of course he can. He's AJ Styles. I mean, the guy has every tool in the tool bag you can actually think of. He's the moniker Phenomenal AJ Styles. He lives up to that every time he goes out. Has he been a great champion? I said it since day one. AJ Styles, I told AJ a long time ago, go make your mark in the WWE, and now he's done that. So can he do it? Of course, but he's got a tall hill to climb in that man Samoa Joe.
He does, and the difference here is that Samoa Joe has really pushed AJ to the limit because he's gotten in his head. He made it personal. And that's the thing, like their rivalry, even though AJ came out kind of on top, it took a lot out of him physically and emotionally. So, I mean, we'll see.
Okay. We got to get back to the World Cup tournament. Let's take a look now at Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley.
Here comes the Kingslayer.
Never faced anyone like me.
The opportunistic architect.
This is my ring. I want to turn this place into Monday Night Rollins.
Monday Night Rollins does it again.
I come out here every single week and I put my body on the line. I want to be the man.
There is not a superstar in WWE today who is as hot as Seth Rollins. As long as there's one good breath left in the lungs of Seth Rollins, I would not bet against the Kingslayer. The Dominator, Bobby Lashley. Powerful, quick, an elite athlete. A physical specimen second to none.
How about everybody give it up for my man, Bobby Lashley? Look at the strength. Look at the power.
Bobby Lashley is a dangerous, dangerous human being. Two-time ECW champion, former United States champion.
He looks like money. He smells like money because he is money. You guys should be cheering for the big man, for my man, Bobby Lashley. Lashley, 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 Lashley.
I think it's pretty obvious, and we'll give our predictions a little bit later on here on the Kickoff Show, that the hardest road to being the best is Seth Rollins. And I think that's exactly the way that he wants it. All right, it's time now for live action here on the Crown Jewel Kickoff Show. The United States title is on the line. Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev Day. We'll take you there now.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the United States Championship.
What a way to kick off WWE Crown Jewel live from the King Saud University Stadium in Riyadh. Shinsuke Nakamura, the United States champion, set to defend the title as a sold-out crowd is still filing in here tonight. We are just under 36 minutes away from Crown Jewel. Hey everybody, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Renee Young, and we're kicking things off, Renee, with the United States Championship match.
I am so excited to kick this whole thing off with Shinsuke Nakamura, just see what he's going to do here to light up the crowd, get this party started for us.
Nakamura, always unorthodox, always unpredictable, always hard-hitting. Rusev had better be ready for a fight. Shinsuke Nakamura won the United States Championship by beating Jeff Hardy back in Extreme Rules over the summer. And he is ready to defend the title here tonight. There's been a lot of criticism as to the frequency with which Nakamura has defended the United States title, or lack thereof. Rusev is a worthy competitor. Nakamura has admitted so himself.
Well, it's all about the here and now the U.S. Championship is on the line.
Introducing the challenger, weighing in at 138 kilos, the Bulgarian Rusev.
Great opportunity here tonight for Rusev. Here's a guy, Corey, who when he burst on the scene in WWE was undefeated for a year. In that same time frame, captured the United States Championship. Rusev well aware of what it means to represent the United States here in WWE.
We always talk about bringing the prestige to the Intercontinental Championship, but I think both of these competitors do the exact same thing for the United States Championship.
Rusev, a former two-time United States champion. He's made no bones about it. He would love to win the championship yet again. And this is a matchup that was broken last night on WWE.com, part of the Crown Jewel kickoff show. Sold out crowd expected here tonight, still filing in as we get underway with the United States Championship match.
It's going to be an interesting contrast of styles. We know the Lion of Bulgaria, Rusev, known for his power game and his surprising agility. Nakamura, of course, going to want to rely on his trademark striking ability.
And Renee, this is an important matchup as well because the winner of this match will face off with Raw's Intercontinental Champion in 2 weeks from Sunday at Survivor Series, the one night a year when Raw and SmackDown compete in head-to-head competition.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible to see exactly what Seth Rollins brings to the table. I mean, he's got so many accolades under his belt already as it is as the Intercontinental Champion, but he could be going through the gauntlet tonight.
And here's Rusev and
stuffed by Nakamura. But at that point, Renee, that is of course assuming that Seth Rollins is still Intercontinental Champion come Survivor Series, and neither one of these competitors can look past right here and right now.
And the official warning Rusev, remember, champion's advantage tonight for Shinsuke Nakamura. Rusev must pin or submit Nakamura to win the championship. And Rusev with a suplex. Shin landed hard on his shoulder. Cover by Rusev and a kick out at 1. What does Rusev need to do, Corey, to control this match?
Rusev needs to stay in close quarters from Nakamura, avoid his range, impose his power on the champion.
And you can hear the Rusev Day chants building here.
Lots of love for Rusev.
Big right hand from the Bulgarian.
Rusev, of course, who's had his issues with his former buddy, Aiden English, over the past number of weeks. That relationship has been severed, and Shin with a well-placed kick to the back of the knee. And that inverted DDT, and Rusev's in trouble.
Nakamura's knee connected with the spine of Rusev.
Well, Shinsuke had tweeted out tonight, I defend my title against Rusev, but don't worry, Nakamericans, your hero won't let you down.
That's refreshing to hear, I must say.
Shinsuke, a two-time NXT champion, a three-time IWGP champion in Japan, the youngest ever.
Nakamura now stalking Rusev.
And Rusev caught him.
This is the power that Shinsuke wanted to avoid.
That enziguri caught Rusev right in the back of the neck and follows it up with a kick to the face. Shinsuke for the cover. Hooks the inside leg. Is it enough kick out by Rusev at 2? Corey, here's a man in Shinsuke Nakamura who won the Royal Rumble match earlier this year.
Of course, went on to have a storied rivalry with reigning WWE champion AJ Styles. Nakamura is the real deal. Believe the hype. He is as advertised as Rusev's finding out right now.
Renee, what is it about Rusev and his wife Lana that have become so popular in the WWE universe?
It's all about the chant, Cole. Lana is the best. Lana's #1. Rusev Day. Get these chants going. Get everybody behind them. You can see them on Total Divas. That's a big perk for them as well.
But look at it this way, Renee. Rusev might have his own day, and Lana has her own chant. Nakamura's got his own nation.
That's
the
true.
United States of Nakamerica.
That's true. That's hard to battle.
I'm not sure that a lot of people agree with you on that point, Corey.
Okay, Benedict.
You don't get to use a hashtag Nakamericans. You gotta get your own hashtag, Cole.
Rusev doing his best to battle out of this deep front face lock from the champion. Heavy-handed rights.
And Nakamura still hanging on, though. Incredible effort by Shinsuke Nakamura as he locks it in tighter.
Notice how Nakamura keeping that wide base, keeping his weight as low as possible to counteract the strength of Rusev.
Really locking Rusev down here.
Look at this. Rusev could be fading. What a decisive victory this would be, one-sided for Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, it has been all Nakamura since the beginning.
It would be tough for Rusev to bounce back from a loss this quick.
Could be a big-time statement victory for the United States champion.
Especially headed into Survivor Series. 2 weeks from this Sunday on the WWE Network. We're under a half hour away from WWE Crown Jewel. Thanks for joining us on the kickoff show. Rusev finally creates some space.
A face plant for Nakamura.
We are now under 30 minutes from the Crown Jewel event. Guys, I can't wait to find out who's going to win the vacant WWE Universal Championship.
I want to know who's going to be the best in the world. You guys want to take any bets?
That's an interesting question, Renee. I've been thinking about this all week long, and you had mentioned Seth Rollins earlier, and I think Seth is my favorite heading into the World Cup tournament.
Hard to bet against the Kingslayer at this point or any point.
What about you, Renee?
I kind of want to disagree with you here, but I'm kind of looking at Dolph Ziggler here. I think that he knows he's the best. He's been saying that since day one. He can finally prove it here tonight.
And Rusev into the corner. Shinsuke's in trouble. Rusev with that spinning heel kick. Caught Shinsuke in the jaw.
That is the baffling agility a near 300-pounder possesses. Rusev is on a roll right now. Shinsuke could be in trouble.
The look on Rusev's face.
Rusev could be looking for a Machka kick. Shinsuke felt it coming.
Oh, now Rusev. Shin lands on his feet.
Great balance by the champion.
Rusev ducked underneath the right and then the kick. Oh! Shinsuke with one of his own.
Down goes the champion.
Can Rusev win the United States Championship right here on the Crown Jewel kickoff, and a kick out by Shinsuke.
Rusev knows he's going to have to dig deep for this one.
Rusev has himself a few valuable moments to replan his game while the champion is down, but I assure you, Shinsuke won't stay there long. The chance of Rusev Day beginning to fill the stadium.
Softening up the spine and the back of Shinsuke Nakamura. Of course, Rusev's submission hold is the accolade.
Nakamura hangs on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, right on the ear of Rusev.
What a connection.
Oh!
Sliding knee connects.
Is it enough to retain the championship? Rusev powers out at 2.
I don't know if Nakamura had as much of his body weight into that cover as he would have liked. Smart strategy, trying anything, but a look of frustration paints the face of the champion.
And tremendous resilience being shown by Rusev here tonight, looking to feed off the WWE fans.
Bring him up to his feet.
Nakamura has acquired his target. Could be thinking about the Kinshasa knee strike.
And Rusev able to lift Shinsuke up, put him on the top turnbuckle. Nakamura measuring his man. Rusev with a kick to the face. Is it enough to win the United States Championship for a 3rd time? And a near fall for Rusev.
I think everybody in this entire arena thought that Rusev just became the United States champion again.
Rusev thought so as well.
Take another look at this. Nakamura from the middle rope. Boom! Rusev adjusts just in time, plants a boot on the chin of the champion, and almost left with the U.S. title.
The rallying cry for Rusev. Rusev crushed, looking for the accolade, and Nakamura makes it to the bottom rope. Nakamura realizes if Rusev locks in the accolade, it could be his last night as the United States champion.
It's a veteran maneuver by Nakamura, and as you mentioned, champion's advantage is in play. Across the top rope.
And then the kick to the back of the neck. And now Nakamura again. Looking to use the ropes to his advantage. Down goes Rusev.
The knee connected. Is it going to be enough?
Cover. But Nakamura, his whole body, or half his body, underneath the bottom rope. Now he pulls it back in, and it allows Rusev to kick out.
I'm not so sure Nakamura is not still feeling some of the effects of the boot that Rusev caught him with a few minutes ago.
Like it knocked him silly.
Shinsuke knows what he's looking for now. Rusev's in trouble.
Struggling to try to make it to his feet.
Here we go.
Nakamura, nice toe hold by Rusev. Looking for the accolade.
It's in.
This is it.
It is locked in.
In the center of the ring.
Is Nakamura going to tap out?
We're going to have a new United States champion.
Is Rusev going to win the title right here? Nakamura with nowhere to go.
Shinsuke's got no escape. Is it time to surrender?
Nakamura trying to drag himself and Rusev's huge frame, near 300-pound frame, to the bottom rope to
force some sort of break here. Almost there. Rusev drags him back. Center of the ring. Oh, wait a minute. Nakamura went low.
I think it was unintentional.
Or was it on purpose? Nakamura has a history of low blows.
This
Corey.
man's
It was an unorthodox low blow. Headbutt.
Kinshasa!
Cover by Nakamura. And he retains the United States Championship in controversial fashion.
Still the United States Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura.
You know, Renee made the point, unorthodox low blow, the headbutt, but we know that Nakamura has a history of low blows.
You got to stick with what works. I'm not entirely sold Nakamura did it on purpose. It could have been incidental contact that the champion was simply able to capitalize on.
Watch this. This is what Renee was referring to. He drags Nakamura back to the center of the ring. Watch that.
Nakamura, in my opinion, was simply trying to obtain a vertical base. Rusev may have been in the wrong place at the wrong time, but the Kinshasa finds its mark, and Nakamura retains.
We kick off the Crown Jewel kickoff show with a United States Championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura retains. Let's head back to our WWE headquarters and our all-star team, Coach Booker and David Otunga.
Michael, thank you very much. What a way to kick off the action at Crown Jewel. And Shinsuke, he was that close, it seemed like to me, to losing that United States Championship. And once again, for Rusev, he's had a great year, but still walks away with no gold.
Yeah, and I mean, this really has been his year. I mean, it's been Rusev Day for the majority of it. I mean, but, you know, Shinsuke is the artist, and somehow, I mean, that dude always finds a way to win, somehow.
Booker, how frustrating is it for a guy like Rusev, who has organically become such a huge superstar in the WWE, and he gets these chances at the WWE Championship, tonight the United States Championship, but can't seem to get over the hump and continues to, I don't want to say lose, but come up a little bit short.
You know what it is, man? You can easily get caught up. You know, I remember the old Rusev, the Bulgarian brute, the guy that took no prisoners, the guy that would crush you. That's the guy that I remember. That's the guy I want to see come to this Rusev Day. I think he's gotten caught up in Hollywood, man. Hollywood, you know, TMZ, all that stuff can throw you off, man. Going out, hanging out with the A-listers. That's what Rusev's probably, he needs to get back to business, and he'll become champion.
All right, the clock continues to wind down, just over 20 minutes away from the start of WWE Crown Jewel right here on the WWE Network. It is now time to focus on the World Cup tournament. Who will be the best in the world? Time to look at one more matchup. How about Jeff Hardy, speaking of Hollywood, and The Miz?
My eyes are open, my mind is clear. But my adrenaline is spiking because my body knows what comes next. In my career, I've taken more risks than anyone. I've defied all limits.
Jeff Hardy lives to seek thrills.
Adrenaline is coursing through my bloodstream. My eyes were closed before. Now they're open.
I'm the one here day in and day out. This is my show. I look the part, I act the part, I walk the part, I talk the part, because I am the part. Intercontinental Champion, WWE Champion, hot wife, movie star. I am awesome. I'm the Miz, and I'm awesome.
If there was ever a superstar who would embrace the best in the world moniker title, it would be The Miz. So as we break down now how this World Cup tournament is going to look like, when you talk about Jeff Hardy and The Miz, Book, let's start down with you.
No. I've been talking too much. You know what I mean? Every time I talk so much, people on Twitter just go off. I'm going to defer.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. That's a word.
I thought you were coming to me anyway because you were talking about A-lister. and I am the original A-lister.
I'm sorry.
True
I'm
A-lister.
sorry. I didn't mean to
that's
throw you
true.
off. I didn't mean to
My
throw you
bad.
off.
My bad.
Yeah, thank you for that, Brooke.
Yeah.
But anyway, you bring up a good point. You know, The Miz is somebody who would certainly embrace that moniker, but you're not just given that. You have to earn it. And I'll say this, The Miz is having a fantastic year as well. I mean, the guy has a new baby. He's got a hit reality TV show with his wife. He's doing a lot of things. However, is that going to take away from his focus in the ring? I mean, he's going up against Jeff Hardy. This guy also is considered one of the best of all time. He will do anything, and he's back with a mission.
It's tough to not get ahead when you're in a tournament scenario and look past your first opponent when you know you have to win 3 times in order to win that title here tonight. What about this next matchup? And Booker, is it okay if I go to you? Okay, all right, cool. Rey Mysterio just made his triumphant return to the WWE, and smack dab is in the middle of this World Cup tournament, and he goes on against one of the legends of all time, and that's Randy Orton.
You know, Randy has always been my guy. He's the guy that goes out and does it so effortlessly when he does it in the ring. But you talk about Rey Mysterio making his return. Rey Mysterio is making his return back to the WWE, but I'm going to tell you, this is a guy that has taken no days off. This is a guy that's been traveling the world doing it. He's in the best shape of his life, and you cannot sleep on Rey Mysterio. Actually, I had a championship match back in the day, King Booker versus Rey Mysterio, and it was one of the toughest. I would have lost that match if it wasn't for a dirty, rotten scoundrel named Chavo Guerrero. So this guy, Rey Mysterio, do not sleep on that young man.
And the third matchup here tonight, you talk about a tough road. Seth Rollins has to go against Bobby Lashley, who now has a new mouthpiece, so to speak. And really, if you look at Bobby the way he's been going the last couple of weeks, he might be unstoppable in this tournament.
This is that moment. This is that moment here, because this is that guy. This is that guy that I've been talking about. This is the shucky, ducky, quack, quack moment. There it is, right there. There it is. There it is. Bobby Lashley. He's the guy. You know what I mean? You look at Bobby Lashley now, and he's in a whole different place now. He's coming out. He's showing off the body. He's showing all the work that he's put in the gym, as well as I think Bobby can pull this thing off if he can just do one thing. Go back to that training that he had with me back in the day at my Reality of Wrestling. Me and Bobby used to hang and bang in the zone, and he became a monster. Can he be the Dominator?
You got 10 seconds.
Man, well, I definitely think the hype man hypes him up. Hey, man, if Leo's sick one day, I think you could step in, but
I know.
That was a hell of a hype job right there, brother.
All right. But there's the fourth and final matchup in the first round, Dolph Ziggler. He's had an incredible year, but maybe the sentimental favorite, one Kurt Angle.
8 long years I've been coming out in this ring and doing what I do.
Every night, every single day, I steal the show. I steal the show.
Dolph Ziggler is the United States champion. Ziggler showed that there is no glass ceiling here on SmackDown. Ziggler did it. Ziggler won the title. Dolph Ziggler is a 2-time, 5-time, 6-time Intercontinental Champion. Dolph Ziggler is Mr. Money in the Bank. Ziggler's cashing in the contract. We got us a new world champion.
Crown Jewel. I am going to cement my legacy when I win the World Cup. I'm the best damn thing that's ever happened to this business. I am the best in the world.
I was born to win an Olympic gold medal.
And there's the fall. Crowd goes crazy.
It was the proudest moment of my life. But I think my destiny was to come here in the WWE and entertain the fans.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds, Kurt Angle. He is the only Olympic gold medalist in WWE history. Real American hero there, Michael.
I originated the 3 I's.
Intensity, integrity, and intelligence. He has held every title imaginable. King of the Ring, Tag Team Champion, European Champion, Intercontinental Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, 4-time
WWE Champion, WWE Hall of Famer.
I know how to take you down.
The ankle lock! The ankle lock! The heart of Kurt Angle is beating stronger than ever.
Kurt Angle is back.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
I have said this on many occasions that when Kurt Angle was good, Kurt Angle, there was nobody better than that man right there. And Dolph Ziggler truly believes that he is already the best in the world and wants to show it at WWE Crown Jewel in just about 15 minutes right here on the WWE Network. David, let's start with you. When you look at this matchup between these two guys, Kurt Angle believes he can dig down deep and get it one more time. He'll have to get it 3 times. And Dolph Ziggler believes that Kurt Angle is just one step in his way.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, Dolph Ziggler believes he's the best in the world, and that's what you said. But does he really? Because he has Drew McIntyre always watching his back. And I think that is going to be the difference maker here. I think just straight up, I got to go with Kurt Angle. However, with Drew McIntyre in the background, I think he's going to be the thing that makes the difference. I might have to go Dolph in this.
We're going to get to our predictions for the whole thing in just a couple of minutes. But Booker T, you have wrestled Kurt Angle in his prime.
Yeah.
You know how good he can be. Do you believe that he can get back at least for one night to that point?
You know, time off is a man's worst enemy. You know, Kurt has been to the top of the mountaintop. I mean, Olympian, won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. So can Kurt Angle, will himself, back to that position? I think he can. You know what I mean? You see guys coming out of retirement like Kurt Angle. You see me posting pictures, looking the best I've ever looked at this stage in my life. You know what I mean? So can he go out there and do it? Of course he can. But Dolph Ziggler with that heater in the back, Drew Mack. You got to watch yourself.
I told you. Kurt Angle needs to do what you've been doing this entire hour, and that's make it about himself tonight at Crown Jewel. I don't even know if
that was good.
Thank you very much.
Whoa.
On the SmackDown side of things, there are 4 superstars, and Shane O'Mac, made his return recently to SmackDown, and he had a rather interesting ultimatum for all 4 superstars who are competing in the World Cup tournament in just a few minutes.
One of the worst things in the world that can happen to me personally is that my sister can call a Raw superstar the best in the world. And I don't think you guys truly understand the gravity of the situation that you are in. Because whichever one of you makes it to the finals, if that person is beaten by a Raw superstar, you will no longer have a home here on SmackDown Live.
And you can hear the crowd reaction in the background. What did you guys make of the fact that Shane McMahon, he's made it so personal with his sister, Stephanie, that he wants to win this tournament so badly that if a SmackDown superstar is not victorious, that they don't need to come back to SmackDown because they are not welcome.
I mean, that's definitely some added pressure there. Number one, you're going into this because you want to become best in the world. But now, if you're on SmackDown, you got to be thinking, not only do I want to be best in the world, but I want to keep my job. So that's definitely some added pressure there.
Yeah, you say added pressure, I say added incentive. You know what I mean? I've been alongside with Shane McMahon. I was this right-hand man, when I first came into WWE. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've made a whole lot of long green ducats riding with that man. So I'm going to tell you this right there, that's incentive. That's saying, hey, guys, step up. I need somebody to go out there and grab that brass ring. Who's it going to be? Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the guy? We're going to find out tonight.
I think everybody assumes, Booker, that if a SmackDown superstar loses, that they're automatically going to be welcome over to Monday Night Raw. That's not the case.
That's
to your point, they may not have a job.
Assumption.
The thing is, you guys got to understand something. This is war, man. People have always looked at SmackDown as the B team. This is a chance right here to go out here and show, hey, we are just as good or better than
That's
you
a good
guys.
point. All right, it's time to get to our picks, and if you don't mind, I think that I will go first. When I look at these 8 different guys, they all have strong resumes. There's all different ways that they can win, but I want to go with the sentimental favorite. I want to go with the guy that's had 3 to 4 weeks off. He didn't want the vacation, But Kurt Angle was forced to take the vacation. Hopefully he has spent it in the gym. He has spent it in the ring. And I think Kurt Angle gets it done at Crown Jewel. He will be crowned the best in the world.
All right. Well, I'm going to go next. And I'm taking a guy who is returning. He's been all over the world. He's in the best shape of his life. He's got momentum right now. I'm going with Rey Mysterio. I think he's the luchador. He comes in. People haven't seen him in a while. He throws people off. I think he goes all the way. He came back for a reason, and he came back to be the best in the world.
Look at guys, unexpected entry, 1972 Olympia. Sergeant Abreu steps in. Arno is sweating. Lou said, oh my goodness. Same situation here. Bobby Lashley, unexpected entry in the Crown Jewel, has a chance to go out and become truly the Dominator. I'm putting my money on the man if he could just do one thing. Remember those days at Reality of Wrestling.
And we are just a few minutes away from WWE Crown Jewel live right here on WWE Network. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go to WWENetwork.com. You get Crown Jewel for free, but also Survivor Series for free as well.
We live in historic times. At WWE Crown Jewel, history will be made once again. The Monster versus the Beast.
One-on-one for the WWE Universal Championship.
There's only one worthy of the honor of being Universal Champion. You woke up the Beast. Once again, your reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion, Brock Lesnar!
The Monster has his sights set on one thing.
I'm bringing the Universal Championship back to Raw. Lesnar's gonna get these hands.
They better reinforce the ring before these two titans clash.
The new Universal Champion.
A gentle reminder, go to WWENetwork.com. Subscribe for the WWE Network right now. You get Crown Jewel for free, but also you get Survivor Series in 3 weeks live from Los Angeles for free as well. We're just a few minutes away. And how about this last match to feature before we get to Crown Jewel? For the greatest superstars that WWE has ever seen. D-Generation X back together. Triple H and Shawn Michaels returning after 8 years to the ring for the first time. Taking on the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and the Phenom, The Undertaker.
25 years is a long time to climb a mountain.
Shawn Michaels will be in Triple H's corner. In The Undertaker's corner will be his brother Kane. The Undertaker, Triple H for the last time ever. No disqualifications now in this match. Oh my goodness, see that chair bend? And now Shawn Michaels pleading. And a spine buster for the game. Both of these men have given it everything they have and then some. The Undertaker had his sights fixed on the sledgehammer of the game. Yeah, but Shawn Michaels has it in hand. And now Kane coming to the aid of his brother. HBK went low. And now Shawn Michaels. Triple H with a sledgehammer off the face of The Undertaker. Swing chin music into a power ring. The game with the win.
In Melbourne, Australia, we made it to the summit of that mountain.
You have witnessed history. 4 men who have made our industry what it is today.
But the avalanche that fell on us after we made it to the top of that mountain.
Oh my God!
Makes us both question whether that mountain was just a lie the whole time.
I've stayed retired out of respect for The Undertaker. A respect that never existed at all.
I was about to walk off that plane. You walked up to me and said 3 words that I never thought I'd hear again. Are you ready? D-Generation X is ready. I say this with absolutely no respect. And if you're not down with that, we got 2.
Respect. Triple H and Shawn Michaels want to lecture us about respect. Shawn knows that what kept him in the shadows for 8.5 years was nothing but fear. When the Brothers of Destruction reunite to unleash hell on D-Generation X, all of Shawn Michaels' fears will come true. Triple H may have won a battle, he started a war. And when it ends, Triple H can slink back to the comfort of the boardroom. You can't survive the Brothers of Destruction. We will put you down, but we will own your black and blistered souls for eternity. And you will never rest in peace.
A lot of big words being thrown around lately, Shawn. One of them being fear. Somehow it was fear that kept me from taking off the suit and stepping out of the boardroom. That somehow it was fear that kept you from stepping out of retirement. But I got news for you. It's gonna take a lot more to instill fear in us. We bring this X to Crown Jewel. We ain't coming to make you laugh. We ain't coming for nostalgia. We are coming to kick your ass.
Well, wait a minute. Somebody's missing. Oh, wait a minute. Shawn Michaels. Super kick to The Undertaker. DX up to their old tricks. Oh, and The Undertaker. And D-Generation X realizes what they face at Crown Jewel.
For the first time ever, 2 of the most powerful duos in WWE will clash.
4 all-time greats in the ring at the same time. D-Generation X versus the Brothers of Destruction.
It's hard to believe, as we are less than a minute away from Crown Jewel, that this tag team match has never happened in the history of the WWE. It will happen today.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe this has never happened, and I'm just excited to see the reunion of DX. I never thought I would see them in the ring together again. This is Shawn Michaels' first match since 2010. Whew. I cannot wait for this one.
All of this is happening on a historic day, my queen's birthday. Happy birthday to my lovely, lovely queen, Sharmell. Wish I was home, which I'll be home in a few hours. I'm on a plane in a minute. But I tell you, this matchup is big for Shawn Michaels coming back, making his big return. But it's not going to be a pleasant return. Tonight is going to be a big night for The Undertaker. It's going to be a big night for Kane. It's going to be the Brothers of Destruction, just totally destructing everything.
All right, well, we're just about set to get started. 2 world title matches, a World Cup tournament, and the return of Shawn Michaels after 8 years to the ring. It is now time for WWE Crown Jewel. For Book, David, I'm the coach. Enjoy.
WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever. A massive battle for the Universal Championship. An epic encounter for the WWE Championship. And who will become the best in the world at WWE Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel.
Are you ready?
An epic pay-per-view event featuring the reunification of DX versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time ever.